So they're like,
This is Julie.
this is Jenna.
And we are the JJTwinzz.
Just a nickname.
Buckle up, folks. Happy Monday. And we're back at it again.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you guys.
Always happy to be here with you guys. This week, it is yours truly, the sisters.
The sisters. So
We're getting after it.
if you are looking for your dose of serotonin today, you found it. Okay.
It's us.
It's us. We're happy to be it for you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We need to time our sip breaks because we always take them at the same time. Jenna's sipping. I'm sipping.
You got a sip?
Mm-hmm. Take a sip. You too. Time with us.
Yes.
All right. Should we get into a weekend recap?
Let's do a little recap. What did we do this weekend, Jules?
Well, we're coming off Memorial Day weekend, Jen. And
What?
listeners, what? It was a time to be had, let me tell you.
we hope you partied hard because we did.
We did. We're not the drunk aunts, but this weekend we tried to be. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, we were just so big.
It was a weekend to be the drunk aunts. It's okay.
Honestly, yeah. There was one time my brother's like, go play football with the boys. And then I've got my nephew going like, Juju, is it time to go play football? It's like, I just got my margarita. Give me a sip here. Give me a sis some juices.
It is a time with the kids. It's a time with the drinks. And we now have 3 toddlers on the boat with us.
Oh, man, it's wild.
Quite
it's
the
such
time.
a good time. Oh, my gosh.
It's so much fun. It keeps you so busy. We got the drinks flowing, the family time going.
Oh, my gosh. Our dad, do we talk about the peep show?
Oh, my gosh. Let's talk about the peep show.
Okay, so we're water skiing, and my dad's like, okay, I want to go. And he didn't bring his swimsuit on the boat because it was like 60 degrees. We were up north, so it's like 10 degrees colder up there. And so it's like 60 degrees. Water's like sub 40. And my brother's like, oh, you can just wear my wetsuit, Dad. And he's like, I don't have my suit. So Dad strips down.
Like, I'm literally
Tidy whities.
tidy whities. I tell the
We're
kids
like-
to turn around.
All of a sudden, I look over and I'm like, oh, geez.
And the tidy whities are flying down. It's a whole thing.
It's a sitch. But
Dad had
water,
no shame.
No
shame.
shame. No, he I think he mooned the boat behind us. I'm sure
Yeah.
they got quite the show.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Free
they did.
entertainment. Just boat by the Bowmans over here.
We'll give you some entertainment for sure.
So we water skied. It was fun.
Yep. And somebody had her first time water skiing.
I did.
Julie.
I water skied for my first time.
And you got up like instantly. It was incredible.
It was so fun. If you can, so here's my thing. If you can wake surf, you can water ski. If you can water ski, you
Heard
can wake
it here
surf.
first, folks.
Well, I don't know. I feel like wake surfing is a little bit different, but you can get up.
if you can do one, you can do all.
Water sports, we love it.
We do.
Okay, so Jenna, this is controversial. Do we talk about the time we went to the gym?
I love controversial things. Yes, let's talk about the time. And I want everyone to know right now, I am definitely an athletic person, okay?
She's a Bowman.
Yes, I'm a Bowman. I danced for like 17 years. Like, you know, I'm into keeping your body right. But do I vibe with the gym?
Does Jenna vibe with the gym?
No.
Well, let's talk about it.
No.
So we go to the
No.
gym, and Jenna's like, do you think the sunglasses? I can't even say.
Oh my gosh, no, the question. I was like, do you think sunglasses are like too much?
Like,
And then-
this isn't
We're at the
like a
gym.
time to have a look. Like I was like, yes.
It's always
Yes.
time for me to have a look. Like
I think the sunglasses are too much. She's like, I just don't want to see anyone I know.
I don't know why, but I'm like, ew, if I go to the gym, I do not want to see any peers. Like, I do not need that in my life. And like, I'm pretty sure most people have like gym friends.
Yeah, no,
Like-
totally. Because
like,
you see
why
this,
was
if
I
you
so
go to the
nervous
gym
to
like
see
on a
anyone?
regular basis, you see the same people every time at the
Some
same
people
time.
have like gym
Totally.
crushes, and I'm like, please, no one.
Oh,
look
I'll
at
tell
me.
you a crush I didn't have. Did I tell you about when Big Calves came on the treadmill next to me?
Big calves.
Big Calves. Okay. So, it's after work, and it's kind of like I worked a later night. I stayed late at work, and the gym is empty. Like I'm the only person on the treadmills.
Only
And
flying
I'm
solo.
Flying solo on the treadmills, which means there are 2 rows on 2 different sides of a stairwell of open treadmills. Well, Meathead has to come right next to me.
Is this big calves still?
This is Big Calves Meathead, same thing. And you know, he has the audacity.
What did he have the audacity?
Well, first
to
of all,
do?
he like regularly like did that thing where you like lift up your shirt and he's like, I'm having a chill workout. I was after work, you know, so I'm incline walking, watching Bachelor. This was winter time. And he's like lifting up his shirt, and while he lifted up his shirt, he simultaneously looked at himself in the side mirror. Oh, I forgot to share the most important thing. He's on the treadmill next to me. Like, out of all of these open treadmills,
he's breathing
you had
your
to
air.
go next to me. No, I kid you not. I'm wiping his sweat off because it flicked onto me.
Oh,
it was
my
like
gosh.
traumatic.
He's like full on wet at this point.
Full on. Oh yeah, he's like whipping his head like with my hair back and forth.
Like he's Willow Smith.
Yeah,
Yes.
Willow Smith. His sweat on my face.
Willow
checking
Smith
himself
style.
in the side, and his calves are like the size of my thighs. That's why I call them big calves.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, sure.
So that was like a gym experience.
No, I think that's what's worse. The meathead big calves or me trying to wear sunglasses to the gym. I don't know. and I will say, like, I do yoga.
Jenna's athletic.
You know, I'm very athletic. Yeah,
totally.
I do yoga. But like I like to work out like outside. Like I like to commit a couple hours to like, you know, doing like some cardio outside or doing like a hot yoga moment or like yoga to like calm myself down.
Totally.
I don't know if I don't vibe with the gym or if the gym doesn't vibe with me. But
I think the gym doesn't vibe with you. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Okay. So
big calves meathead.
big calves meathead saucy. We keep it sausage. It was full summer sausage moment there. Okay. Speaking of, should we get into the beef?
Let's get into the beef. Should we put some stuff on blast?
All right, guys. So we're trying something new.
Something new.
Something.
Yeah.
We're putting some stuff on blast. Okay.
We don't know how you're gonna feel about it. We think you're gonna love it. We love it.
We don't know. Yeah.
We don't know.
We're here for it.
We're here for it.
Let us know.
So are you. Welcome. Okay.
Welcome. I hope you're sitting because
yes,
it's a moment.
It's a moment to sit down and buckle up, folks. Okay. What would you like to put on blast, Jules?
Well, so we asked you guys to send us in some stuff.
Right.
And so we're doing a compilation of stuff you sent and stuff we're
blasting.
It's
It's
all going to be anonymous.
Full on anonymous combo.
We keep respect to everyone. Okay, Jenna.
So we had someone write in.
Okay, so wait. You go.
Yeah, we had someone write in that their ex-boyfriend followed them. Their ex-boyfriend of a while followed them on Instagram, and they have like a very serious girlfriend. What does this mean?
What does this mean? It means you soak that up, baby girl. You soak it. You soak in that, sort of like a victory lap.
It's validation.
It's validation.
It's validation
any way you want to
sure.
call it. So you soak that up. You let them follow you. And what do you do, Jenna?
You let them see your beautiful life unfold, honey.
Yeah, and I think there are like levels to this. This one's layered because if
Totally
it ended,
layered.
depending on how it ended and how long it's been. Like, let's say you guys like kind of phased out talking, and then it just like
and it was
ended.
like mutual.
Yeah, you mostly
sure.
like you were busy, so you couldn't get together or something.
Right.
Very casual ending. They must have unfollowed you at some point, which how people treat you is more of a reflection about how they feel about themselves than how they feel about you.
Getting deep.
Remember
with
that
this
because
blast.
sorry. I just
No,
always
I
tell
love
myself
it.
that. So like if someone unfollows you, it has more of a reflection on how they feel about themselves and how they truly feel about you. So if they unfollow you,
Absolutely.
they feel insecure about how they treated you, themselves, or something else going on in their lives. So just remember that, people. That's total sidebar.
And I just want to also call this out. Make sure you do not do the follow back. On this one, you do not follow back.
Unless you want to ignite it again. Like, let's say you ended like really casually and maybe they never followed you and you guys just stopped talking.
Yeah.
And then they got an Instagram and followed you. Then follow back. Totally.
Yes,
Like,
then you can follow
if
back.
it was a
there
casual,
are layers.
Yeah,
yes.
there are totally layers. If it's like a 2-year-old ex, they follow you, you want nothing to do and they have a girlfriend,
Don't follow
them back. Totally.
If it's something that was like light and airy, like then that's different.
It's breezy, air it.
So,
Okay.
what else are we throwing on blast?
Okay. Let's talk about dumpster fire DMs.
Dumpster fire DMs. I
Okay.
love it.
So this one is layered.
So many layers.
So many So this one goes from, so let's say the person DMs you like a year or two ago, right?
It's been a while.
You don't respond, whatever. You match on a dating app, realize it's that person, don't respond. They manage to send you like 5 messages in the app and you don't respond and unmatch.
I just want to call something else out. This is something you don't want to do. Like, you do not want to be sending like 5. Like, it's different if someone like notices like a year later, like, oh my gosh, like this guy or girl that I liked messaged me and I had no idea.
Oh yeah, I know. I love
different.
that. Then it's totally different.
And then you can like choose to act on it, and that's fun and cute. But like, if someone is not following you back, not opening things, let's not feed that inbox.
If you have to send more than 3 paragraphs with no response, so this keeps going. Don't worry. So there are paragraphs in. So this person.
I'm about to need some.
Sorry, we got some screenshots. Sit down. All right.
Paragraphs. Bro's an author.
Okay, yeah. So bro's sending messages in the dating app, screenshots the dating app because the person unmatched with them in the dating app.
Who screenshots
it in the DMs and it's like, hey.
So he screenshots the conversation on the dating app. So I'm like caught up.
Yeah. So what happens is DMs the person. The person never responds. They match like 6 to 9 months later in the app. He sends a bunch of messages. Person realizes it's them. The last message is him like sending her his number saying like, hey, text me if you want to get together.
Right. And then she
never
can do what she
balls
wants
in her court, bro. Leave it in her court. Don't run back to the court, unlock the door and get the ball. Okay, here's the stitch. So then she never texts him. They never talk, whatever. He screenshots it and sends it in a DM and is like, just so you know, I sent you my number in the app, blah, blah, blah.
If you have to do it just so you know.
Yeah.
She already knows.
She already knows. Okay, this is the bottom line. Just message with like, we're all for shooting your shot.
Yes.
But like, show face.
Girls
like,
and guys.
Like, if you don't want this on blast, then
don't do it.
Don't do it. Like, if you think like, if you have a second thought, like, oh, she never texted me. She never messaged me back. She unmatched with me. We never matched again.
Mm-hmm.
She unfollowed me. I have to follow her again. I think like XYZ times 10, maybe reel it back. Because you probably had a chance before you went too far. Like, this is like borderline harassment. Like, when I got all these screenshots of this like conversation, first of all, I had to ask a lot of questions because I'm like, what is going on? I was going to say,
even I'm like, I'm dialed in now, but like, whoa, is this juicy?
It is juicy and it's layered. It's layered. So to unlayer it all, do it with integrity.
Also, I want to, do it with integrity. And I want to back up a little bit. If you are ever to a point where you are trying to send someone a screenshot of a conversation that they've already had on a dating app with you, hit pause. And don't send it. Or
if they block you, or if you have to follow them again to get their attention, like anything like that, it's kind of like,
or like, goodness, like just press unsend, honey.
Yeah, press unsend.
Like, press unsend. If you wake up, we've all had that moment where you have a couple of tequilas and you're like, oh no, what did I do on Snapchat last night? Right? Like, you're like, oh no.
Okay, so that's when
just press unsend.
We all have that, and I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm just gonna face it. Just be like, shiz.
And at that point, you have to own up.
Yeah. Because the best thing you can do, like,
up.
Unless that person owns up, you can't move forward. Like, you have to just be like, yeah, because the girls can't be like, hey, or the guy can't be like, hey, you sent me 10 messages last night. Like, what was up?
It's now been made weird.
Yeah, it's now been made weird. So make it unweird, okay? Make it unweird and just be like, shoot, I kind of had some fun.
My fingers were busy.
How you doing this morning? Because I'm not doing great, and I feel just literally tell her how you feel, or him.
Yes.
Be like, I feel like if I did that to a guy, if I had a few too many drinks and I sent a few too many messages, I'd wake up and be like, well, shoot. I'm super sorry. I feel so embarrassed. How are you doing today? You know, because then it's like, yo, we all just smelt the stank and let's move past it.
It is so effective. Like, I had this recently happen to me where a guy was, you know, like, he was messaging me a lot and I liked him, so like I was into it, but it was kind of like, a lot. And then the next day he was like, whoa, I got those scaries. My bad. And I totally loved it and was like, love that you have that confidence. Yes, no scaries. Don't worry about it. You know, because like when somebody calls it out and is like, oops, was out with my guys, with my girls. Might have sent some messages. Sorry. That's like so normal and so like, hey, don't even worry about it.
Well, and then it makes it easy for Jenna to be like, okay, good. This isn't like a normal occurrence. He's not like some needy guy who needs like attention all the time. Like, yo, no. So that's great. Totally get freaking, let your flag fly and just own up to it. Just say, yo, what's up?
Yeah, and own up to that.
Yeah. So, leave the roadkill for the road, though, not in the DMs. We don't want
so
dumpster
speaking
fires.
of DMs, I have a fire segue for you.
Oh,
what do you do?
Seg it. Sorry.
I
don't know.
It just kind of sounded funny. It's like
I'm just picturing like a dad with those like what are the New Balance shoes on a Segway in DC. I don't know why I always picture Segways in DC.
I pictured.
Does anyone else picture them somewhere else?
No, I pictured Kyle from Summer House being like Sund it, but like Segway. That's what I pictured.
That would be great. Does he ride Segways?
Like Sund it, but like Segway. No, like a
Sund
conversation Segway. Like
well, duh. I know what you meant, Jenna. Duh. I knew what you meant, conversation Segway.
I wasn't thinking about like the vehicle.
But like, does Kyle?
I don't think so.
But like, does Kyle drive Segways in Summer House? Like, is that why you thought of him? Or
no, because it sounds like thunder. Like
send it, seg it.
Yeah.
Okay. Seg it.
So
seg
now
it,
that
Jenna.
we're caught up.
Now that we're caught up, seg it.
So I will.
I like that.
We had this write-in that was like, what do you do when someone who you dated, a guy you dated, breaks up with you on text and then slides in your DMs months after?
Okay, so we had a lot of the
let's unpack that.
Stuff.
We did.
Let's
and
unpack it.
Girls, we're here for you. Like, ex-boyfriends are hard to manage. Like, they're hard to, we get it. Like, let's roll with it.
Okay. Well, first of all, he's soaking that.
Yeah, I mean, once again, that's validation, honey. Okay?
It's validation.
So make sure you take a minute to feel good, because that there's a reason they slid into those DMs. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're pretty great.
Okay, so ex-boyfriend wait, say it again.
That broke up via text and then slides in the DMs. What I think is interesting about this...
Is it like responding to a story, or is it like...
Yes.
Okay.
What I think is interesting about this...
Interesting. So he broke up with her via text and sliding in with like a...
Yes.
Okay. Gross, bro.
Yeah. Like,
it's like, do you get second chances without asking? No.
No, it's 2022.
2022 grovel. So
we lost second chances in 2020, bro. Are you caught up?
So if this were you, I would be like, this is what you got to do.
Or anyone. Because, like, we want to speak to our listeners.
We're speaking to our listeners. But, like, I'm talking to Jenna as if, like, so if this were you, our listeners, I would be like, I'd make him explain himself.
Yeah, let the
I'd
boy
be like,
gravel a little bit.
I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm sorry, what was that sound of you sliding in? Because I missed it.
Because I think our, like, door open. What?
No, like, are you asking for a chance? Like, what do you want? Like, I'd be asking for clarification.
No, that's a good thing to be like, what do you want? Also, like, understand how firm, like, your boundaries are. You know, like, don't try to be meeting up with him. Because, like, that's really hard nowadays. Like, I feel like, especially with, like,
do you think it was, like, a booty call kind of thing? Or
I think it could have been.
Like,
the way this was written in, I feel like it could have been like a booty call. It could have been like a, hey, I know we ended like a couple of weeks ago, but like, can we start this back? Like,
when he broke up over text, that like, kind of like.
Also, like, remember that text is just sitting there while he's sliding in a couple weeks later. Like, super weird.
Okay, I totally have different thoughts. Like, if it's a booty call, then first of all, I would tell her to not open till the next morning. Like, if I were with her,
play those games.
So, like, if my friend got it and it's like she looks at me and is like, oh my gosh, look what I just got. I'd be like,
girls, pay attention.
Either open it now and leave him on red so he feels
you have better things to do, honey.
Or wait until the morning and be like, make him explain himself.
Or hit him with the, or hold on, or hit him with the, what would we do?
Well, duh, yeah, no matter what, hit him. Because even if you want to go, because here's the thing.
Because we've all been there.
She might miss him. she might
He
want to
could have
go
been like
over
a
there.
good guy and it could have gone
Yeah,
wrong.
and she's
We're
like,
here
come
for
on.
that.
Like, he just screwed up and I want to give him a chance, but like I can't give him a chance at 2 a.m. but like I can at 10 a.m. if he owns up.
This is why she has brought this to us. Yes, like there are layers.
There are layers.
Just don't show up at his apartment
At 2 a.m.
that night.
Please, honey.
Please, because that is the wrong. I don't
stronger than
know
that.
because I don't know this full on situation, but I do know that's the wrong response.
I do know that we support.
But we support a possible.
First of all,
like,
we support the fact that you
reigniting
probably
situation.
want to. Like, I would be like, oh, it's familiar.
Make
like,
him text you because that'll be really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Make him own up to his actions any way possible he can.
We are holding men and women accountable
It's
in
2022.
2022. We're here, babe. Okay.
Here for you.
I am so glad we could work that out on Blast.
Okay, me too.
What
That
else do we
felt
have to
good.
work out?
Okay.
We're like so productive. Okay.
Who are we? Okay, can we talk about okay, this one.
What is that?
Okay, so men with girlfriends and wives in the DMs.
Oh my gosh, this is such an issue.
Okay, let's pack it.
Yes. Okay.
Unpack it.
Also, like, okay, brother, if you have, and I don't know the other side of this.
This is real. This is real.
Like, I don't know the other side of this, right? Because, like, I'm not a dude. I don't know if, like, wives
Well, are we
or
going to talk
girlfriends,
about
like stalk people's stories and, like, slide
Are we going to talk
in
about
and,
the story about the girl and the guy who asked for her number? That's what I thought. Okay, you know the story. I don't have the story. Okay, so it's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
Okay, yes. I thought we were talking about something totally different first. I want to call out this first, though, because, like, while we're putting this on blast, that, like, if you have a wife or girlfriend or any significant other, do not, like, be stalking people's stories. Do not be, like, responding up the yin yang. Like, that's embarrassing.
do you think like those men
Like,
like
that's
live vicariously
embarrassing.
through like they're like I got married before social media was a thing, so let me just like follow and stalk these people.
Even when they don't follow you back and they don't, like, it's like, dude, respect your
I
relationship.
think that's what like a fan is. You know, like fangirl. Like, right?
I think a fangirl is healthier. I think a fangirl doesn't have a significant other.
Well, I think our fangirls are our friends.
Right.
Like, I'm fangirling you, honey. I love those
Yes.
extensions.
So what?
Own it.
So what we're gonna unpack too?
Okay, we're
is-
unpacking something different though, not the
So
fangirl.
right. I mean, this does relate to like people kind of sliding in. So the next thing we're putting on blast is, and this is so real. This is so real when you are hanging out with a guy that you obviously like, and his friend awkwardly tries to give you their number.
Or asks for your number.
Or asks,
I
asks
hate this. Okay,
for
so
your number. Like, what do you do?
okay, so it depends on the situation.
Right.
So I feel like it depends if the guy is just coming into the situation blind where he doesn't hang out with that guy a lot and he's like flirting with you all night, right? And you're kind of might be just like talking to him because he's like whatever and you don't
Because he's
really...
the friend of the guy you're into.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's a pump up. You let that air into your tires and you soak that up and you ride a good ride. Otherwise, if he's
For sure.
tight with your guy, what do you do?
Then
Is
that's
that
just
like
weird
is that
on
a
like
slight?
so many levels.
Like what I think is like, is that a slight to you, or is he trying to get your
Right.
attention and use it as an ego boost to feel cooler than that other guy?
My thing is, I think that he sees, like, what I'm thinking, the way this is written in, it seems like the guy knows that, like,
Okay, so if
you're
he knows,
into his friend, and I feel like he sees how cool and great you are with the friend, and then I feel like he wants a little piece of that too, but it's like, dude, your friend's already into her.
yeah,
It's just so it's
then-
just weird.
So then, does that mean that the guy who's into her is talking to a bunch of other girls, and he's like trying to take care of her, and he's like, "Well, I can take care of you."
I mean, doesn't seem like it, because
I
like
don't
if
know.
he's
There's,
talking
like,
to other
it's
girls, why is he
layered.
hitting up his friend's girl?
No,
right?
no. The friend of the the guy who's asking. Yeah. So like, let's say
yeah.
the girl is seeing this guy, and he's seen a bunch of girls, but the friend's like, "Well, I really
Okay,
like her,
yes.
and she's a good girl. I'm gonna get her
Yes.
number because I can treat her right, and this guy isn't."
Okay, and also girls, watch out for that trash talk, because so many times guys will, if you're seeing a guy and his friend is into you, they will totally try to badmouth the friend.
Oh, totally.
And be like,
totally.
oh, don't you know he's seeing so many girls? Don't you know this is happening?
If
Don't you
he's
know that
into
is
you
happening?
and
If he's into you,
but like, is this really all just a game to them?
None of that noise matters. Exactly. It's like,
So
how
that's what
old
I,
are these
wonder.
guys?
Like, really? Like, are we in 8th grade?
It feels like it. This
Is this
situation
top friends?
is
Are we like
wild.
MySpace top friends again? Like, what's going on here? Like, can't a guy just be like, well, I really like you and I want to take you on a date and treat you right, and I see that he's not, or maybe that other guy is just treating a bunch of girls to dates. Like,
And do you,
I have too many questions.
My
I
question is
suppose.
like, do you tell the guy like, hey, by the way, like your friend Kevin like wants my number?
That too.
Like,
too.
do
Then
you tell him? Do you like open it for
but
discussion?
that's kind of like, do you want? But then they're like fighting over you, and it's like,
It's kind of fun. That's like a little toxic but fun. I
Like
know,
that's
right?
super toxic, but like, does that, you know?
And it's like if you really
you could,
like
you
him,
could
maybe
go
you
there.
do
Like,
want to
I
tell
wouldn't
him.
personally because I'm not that kind of girl. Like, I wouldn't be like, I want a couple guys fun over me. Yeah.
But then
like,
you also don't want to be hanging out with him. Then Kevin like sends you a text.
Okay, so which one's Kevin? Kevin's
the friend.
Kevin's the friend. Yeah, you
And
do.
then it's like,
'cause then
oh,
you're
shoot,
like,
you
then
probably
you're
should have
like,
told
bro,
him then.
bro, look at what you got. If you don't want to take me, Kevin
Oh,
will. But then if
that's a true
if
move.
he's gonna pass you up to Kevin, then he really doesn't care that
Well,
much
and
about you.
It also really depends. Like, are you a girl's girl or can you also be a guy's girl? Because like we have a lot
Define.
of friends, so I feel like we are kind of both. Like we are definitely girls, and
100%
we are
girls.
also.
I got my girls back all the time.
Yes, we are also girls at the same time.
What does
because
that mean?
That means like we have guy friends
Oh,
that
yeah,
are just our
yeah.
friends
Oh, totally.
for like the experience of just being friends. Like we totally
Lot
have
of
guy friends.
Yeah.
So if you're like a guy's girl and you are hanging out with the guy you like and then Kevin sends you a text, then he just like might not think anything of it. You know,
Totally.
he
You're
he
so
might just
right.
think, "Oh my gosh, she's so great with my friends and this and that."
Yeah, but then if you're like, well, you know, Kevin wants to take me on a date, then he's gonna snap into like bull in the china closet mode, and
He
be
gonna
like,
freak out.
I'm gonna get my girl, and if he doesn't flip into that, reevaluate.
I think reevaluate is the key takeaway on this blast.
Totally, and I think it's layered. It kind of depends on the situation a lot. Okay, next, let's talk about. I feel like this is totally happening.
What is totally
all
happening?
Over. People engaged who are no longer engaged.
Oh my gosh.
Like the engagement
Yes.
breakup sessions. Like, what's going on with
Yes.
that? Like, can we talk about it?
I don't know if it's like a COVID thing. Yes, like
Is it a COVID thing? Like, I was thinking about that just now.
that. Like
is this
I
a
think
COVID
it's like
thing?
a new theory. Like I
Is it
feel like a
the
lot of people.
relationship fallout.
Yes,
You know?
I feel like a lot of people with COVID, they either like stayed together, like maybe they were like dating and now they're married, or they did the opposite.
Yeah. I feel like people, if it either fast tracked or like untracked.
Yes, or they did the opposite and they were like dating hard and then engaged and then they were like no way, or they got married and then were like oh shoot, let's walk away from this. And I feel like, and this write-in too is I feel like it's mostly dudes. Like I feel like the chicks are not
I can validate
always
the writing because I feel like we're seeing it everywhere.
Yes, like the chicks are not always jumping back into dating. Whereas the guys are like, oh, what? Like, this is a pool I'm totally comfortable in. And
I
it's
know,
like, really,
like,
though?
don't pee in the water, bro.
Like, really? Like, are you, like, okay? Because, like, I don't know if you are.
So I think that's the thing. Like, you're not okay. Like, and it's okay.
And it's okay. Like, it's so okay.
It's okay to have to go to the
after-
bathroom in the pool. Just get out and go to the bathroom. Don't
It's
pee in the pool.
So okay to, like, not be okay after something like that.
And everyone can be here for you. You just have to let us know that we need to be here. Like, we just don't know.
Yes. And I think leaving like an engagement, leaving a marriage, or like leaving like a really toxic, like long-term relationship,
It's a strong thing.
it is like a weird achievement in disguise for sure. So we're not knocking that.
No, we're proud of you.
So proud of that huge
Do you know
move.
how hard that probably was? It was probably super hard. You might have a pet. You might be living
Yes.
together. Like,
You might
oh
have
my
had to break off
gosh.
leases, like ew, like
Traumatic money
stuff. So it's like, yeah, we're proud of you for walking away from that, but like
super proud.
take a year. I feel like
some
so
time.
many dudes are like, oh, like that was
Well,
4 weeks ago,
because
like
it's
I'm
like,
fine, and
you
you're like,
don't-
you're not fine.
And realize, she's not your emotional crutch. Okay, like,
No, be emotionally available to yourself. And I feel like
Yeah.
so many dudes after breakups are like, no, I'm fine, and it's like you really
no,
shouldn't even.
just be, because they're just like hungry for that emotional attachment. Like, you spent 4 or 5
Yes.
years with someone, living with someone, breathing with someone, sharing a pet, and then they just want it and they crave it and they need it. And it's like, you need to find you.
And we've all been there. And sometimes you just need to take a couple years to find you, honey. Take
Find
at
yourself.
least a year. Yes.
Travel. We tried.
Things we've tried.
We'll let you know.
Right off the bat, ranch water.
Ranch water. I've got the prickly pear flavor. Okay. Honestly, it's pretty good.
Pretty fire. I've got the Rio Red grapefruit, and it's amazing.
Honestly, so yeah, the Better Edge guys brought it. I honestly really like it. To be fair,
Kind of hits. Yeah,
it hits. It's like a little bit of tangy, strong.
It's like a tangy White Claw,
but like stronger
with like
tastes
less
more
carbonation.
Yeah, that's a perfect amount of carbonation. It's like a mixed drink in a can. And they're not paying us to say this, by the way.
They're not.
So, like, I just want to, like, clarify that.
We'll take you ranch water as a sponsor.
Our sponsors are Better Edge. Hello.
Whatever.
Use code 10K for $20. They specified last week.
$20 now.
$20. I actually really like the 10K app. So, I'll be betting come Stanley Cup Finals. If you want to bet with me, add us on Better Edge.
Add us on Better Edge.
Use code 10K for a free $20. This isn't a sponsor plug, or is it?
It is.
Speaking of our other sponsors, we got Opinion Clothing. We've got a lot of opinions. We're here for you. They're a Minnesota-based brand with wonderful clothing.
Make sure you're true to yours and wear Opinion clothing.
Get dressed.
Use the code JJTwinzz
for 15% off.
15% off. Go grab that discount.
Wear an Opinion today. Get dressed in yours.
Love that. It sounded so professional.
Right?
Okay.
We just kind of came up with that. That was like
so
also not.
Another thing we tried, Amazon.
Okay, so the Amazon Lulu replica top.
What do we think?
Yes. I was going to be wearing it tonight, but I changed. It's awesome.
I'll wear it next week. So what did we like about the Amazon Lulu replica top?
Really comfy. Feels like a workout top, but it has great support. It's about like a medium support level top, I would say.
You gotta have some.
You can dress it up and you can dress it down. So I super love it.
Big facts. Okay.
What else do we try, Jenna?
Tula skincare. I do it every night. And let me tell you, I am the person, like, I keep the makeup remover on my nightstand. Like, if I am in the pajamas, I am teeth brushed, I'm not getting up again.
No.
So I literally take my makeup off in my bed and I do my Tula skincare in my bed. It is that fast.
It's incredible. So I do a full skincare routine. If you want details on skincare routines,
Julie's more in depth about it.
We can talk about it. I do a lot of serums. I have my nighttime serum routine and my PM serum routine. But what's incorporated in both are my Tula skincare. To be honest, I use the toner for both and the moisturizer for both. So I start and end with my Tula skincare. I actually have a code. So if you want 20% off your first purchase, DM me. I'd have to look it up.
No, and what I love about this is we are two different like skincare regimen type of people.
We are very different
and
with
it
the skincare.
Fits both of our needs. Like I am on the lazier side, but I still get it done. You're on the thorough side, and I feel like still get it done. And with Tula, it's so easy.
I love Tula skincare. Love that that's on there.
It's incredible. What else did we try?
Okay, so we also tried the Kim Crawford, that like low calorie wine.
Love a good Kim.
We love a good Kim Crawford. A little Kimmy C moment. We love her wine.
So what was it called again? It was the 80 calorie.
I don't remember what it was
70.
called. It was 80 calories.
80 calories.
I feel like you can't get alcohol lower than 80 calories.
It wasn't Prosecco. What was it?
It was just a Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc. Oh my gosh.
It was so really good. It was really light. It reminded me a lot of that Whitehaven.
Love that.
We did also drink. So that's probably why. But they have that on Maynard's too. It's like
we're big like New Zealand wine chicks.
Oh, I love a New Zealand wine.
Nothing wrong with that.
German Riesling, New Zealand Sauv. I'm here. But yeah, it was really good.
So last thing we tried, Taco Bell Mexican pizza. My thing on this,
I didn't love it.
It was too many tomatoes.
And we forgot to story it.
Not enough cheese. Yeah. And the bottom layer wasn't enough. It was just got a lot going on. And it wasn't good. I think they changed it because I used to love it.
So I feel like it could have been Taco Bell dependent. You know? Like, we kind of might have gone at
what
the
do you
wrong...
mean by that?
Like, I feel like we went with, like, the bad crew. They were
didn't
understaffed.
time it right.
Yeah, like, it was too late at night. Mm-hmm. It wasn't good. So I vote we try again. We'll give it a second chance. But the Taco Bell Mexican pizza is a no-go for us right now.
At this moment in time.
At this moment in time.
Okay, are we ready for some red flags, green flags?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, so Jules, do you want to break down kind of how this is going to work?
So we're going to go over red flags and green flags. So we're going to say a topic and we're going to say, is it a red flag or is it like a go ahead? That's fine. No problems. And we each have a few and we're going to go through them kind of together. So
we're going to do it a little bit like overrated, underrated, quick.
Oh, I was kind of thinking we digress in them.
Oh, just kidding. Let's digress.
Yeah, because some of them could be layered. We'll go with it. We'll see how it works.
There's been a lot of layers this time. You're so right.
We're a little bit more layered than the Mexican pizza. Let's just say that.
But
we're a good quesadilla. We got some layers.
Burrito.
Right? Burrito. A big club sandwich.
Okay.
Lasagna.
We're a lasagna.
To be honest, we're a lasagna.
8-layer, baby.
Jeez, we don't know our layered foods.
It's an 8-layer lasagna.
We're a lasagna. We're tasty. Okay. We're savvy.
So my first one is this a red flag?
A little bit cheesy. Sorry,
or a green flag? It's funny. Has a bunch of X's.
Is he still in communication with exes?
Probably. I mean, if you have a lot, how do you not stay? You know what I mean? Like if you've got like.
Well, and are they like exes that you dated?
To me, this should be like more than 5.
More than 5 serious exes, like 1 to 2s, or like.
I think this is one of these people that's like.
Define the person.
They have a bunch of like 4 or 5 month relationships over the past like 3 years.
Ooh, that's kind of tough. Are they still talking to him?
I'm assuming they do.
If they still talk to him, red flag. If they don't, I think it could be a green flag. They know what they're looking for.
Or what they're not.
Or what they're not. Yeah, like they're like, okay, this chick.
And they've had some experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your take? Is it different?
My take is red flag.
Okay.
I think that.
Let's hear it.
Personally, I've been on dates with guys where guys will be like, yeah, I've had like 3 relationships in like the past 2 years and they've lasted like 8 months. And you're like, why? Like,
well, how much time was in between then? Not much.
No. And I remember asking,
in that case, it's a red flag.
Why? And the guy was like, I don't know. I guess like they just broke up with me. And it was like, that's kind of weird. Like
a little bit.
Why are all, cause to me, each relationship is like a different experience.
Totally.
So it should kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like more normal would be like, oh, I saw her for 3 months, saw, you know, her for like 6.
Yeah, I think that's totally
and then like
fine.
I dated this other chick for a year. That makes sense. But when they're all the same amount of time, month wise.
Okay, well, I was described like a little.
But I'm getting
situation.
technical.
Yeah, I was described like more like.
I will. So that would be my red flag version. My green. I think it can be both.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have explained that. So my green flag version would be like, yeah, I've like seen a couple people over the last year, haven't been too serious, but like maybe they'd be exes. You know, that's more like, okay, got it, buddy. You kind of, you know, playing light, and
Here
that's
for
cool.
that. Here for that.
Yeah, that's
totally
fine. So I think depending on the situation in person, red flag or green flag.
Mine is pretty bold, has 4 cats.
Can I just run with this right
away?
Run
with it. Let's hear it.
Biggest red flag ever. I'm sorry. Like, maybe if a guy has a kitten, maybe, but like, did you say 4 or 5?
4 cats. Okay, so I'm gonna bulldoze you here for a second.
Too many. It's weird.
What if 2 were from exes and he adopted the cats?
Oh, that's still weird.
Even weirder. I vote 2 cats fine, 1 cat fine, more than 2.
Is that a thing? Do couples get cats?
Well, like, I don't know. I kind of always thought they were dogs.
We're dog people, but whatever. I mean, it's okay.
Well, okay, here. 4 dogs, red flag, green flag.
Ooh, that'd be a hard one. I'd have to meet the dogs.
Depends too. Like, what if one of the dogs had a couple dogs? Then you're like,
yeah. Or if it's like, hey, yeah, I'm obsessed with corgis and I have 4, I'd be like, oh, no problem.
I'll take 1.
I'll raise them all. Yeah, that's different for sure.
Okay. What's your next one?
Okay, sorry. My next one is, this is a hot one. Balding. Red flag, green flag.
Depends how they own it.
Also depends on
their personality.
Yes. And also depends on, like, sometimes people can have a beautiful face, but a bald head and it doesn't matter.
Oh, totally. I've seen, like, plenty of hot guys with, like, bald heads.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I would say the same thing.
I kind of prefer the bald head, total bald, like, naked head, versus, like, the like, confused head.
The confused stage. Yeah, that's like, never
what's
cute.
What's happening? Yeah.
Where, like, the hair's pushing back and you're like, you can deal with that?
I don't know. If he's got a great personality, good guy.
then roll with it.
Yeah.
Or if he's got like dimples and like pretty eyes,
they can't
that's
control
fabulous.
it. Yeah, come on. Okay.
So I think that could be red flag or green flag, but mainly green flag.
Okay, doesn't get along with their family.
Red flag.
Red flag.
And I say that just because we are like so
okay, but
like we are just so tight with our family that like,
what if they have a weird family?
you're just throwing zingers at me.
I know. That's the whole point. Like, what if they have a weird family? Like, what if they're the one normal person in their family?
Well, shoot, I don't know. I mean,
then it's fine, right?
Then maybe, yeah, but
like, you kind of want some. I don't know. So like, there's two things. Like, they could be easily involved in your family if they don't get along with theirs and they're normal.
well, it's true.
Or are you the weird one and the rest of their family's normal?
Whoa.
I know. It's layered. I don't know. Either way,
I'm going to say
kind of
a red flag because that's just weird. Yeah. Okay. My next one is, this is a big one. Small hands.
Is this a big one or a small one?
I'm going to answer to that one.
You know how I feel about red flag.
Full on redder
Especially
than ever.
if it's a small hand with rings. I think it's weird
when guys wear rings. I wear a bunch of rings.
Yeah, I know, but like when I don't know. Sometimes it weirds me out.
You don't like a sexy pinky ring?
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding. That would be weird.
I'm not that into the rings. I
small hands are a no go for me. Red flag.
Hard no. I can't.
What's your next one?
Okay. Speaking on the small hands, too many selfies on their Instagram.
Is this go for guys or girls? I have a lot of selfies.
Okay, girls, those are like
a little
different. Depends on like if they're like blogger-esque or
right.
Like,
they're like a little influencer honey or
they're
something.
making a moment. They've got a goal. They're doing it for a reason. That's not just their ego.
I would say not a red
like
flag.
A guy.
I would say that
the guy has a lot of weird selfies. I don't know. I feel like you don't see guys with a lot of selfies.
Yeah, like I don't really. I would say, I don't know.
Gray flag. Is that purple? What's the color between red and green?
Brown. They make brown.
Brown flag. It's a football.
Yeah, it's
a football. It's a
I
football.
don't know about that.
I don't know.
But he's probably kind of self-centered if he has like a bunch of weird.
I'm picturing like weird gym selfies.
I know, that's what I was picturing too. Like maybe like a Guido moment.
Or like the sunglasses in the car selfie.
Oh my gosh, no.
I like the Guido moment though.
Or like the guys that have like selfies with their cats.
Oh,
why?
Why do cat people
Don't
have selfies
do
with their cats?
It's
but there are guys with
weird.
selfies with their dogs. We just saw some.
It's just different because like you take your dog hunting.
A
you
dog,
do this.
you always take selfies.
And for some
with.
reason, the cats are like always in the house in the selfie. It's just different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different. We're just different.
Next one.
Yeah.
Drives a motorcycle.
Mm.
What do we think about this?
Crotch rocket or Harley?
I don't consider crotch rockets motorcycles.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking like Harley, Ducati.
Okay. I don't know. I'm brown
Can
flag.
I would take
I'm
a
throwing
Ducati.
the football on this one. Throwing the football. What are you throwing?
Green flag. If it's a Ducati, that is
Ducatis
such
are
a
kind of hot.
vibe.
Yeah.
If
but
it's
like,
like
I'm not into like the Sturgis Harley moment, but I do like classic rock.
Right.
So where does that put me?
I don't know because I can't speak for you. But what I would say is if it's like a hot Ducati that's like black and like.
Oh, I'm picturing royal blue.
I'm picturing like black or red.
Oh, that's kind of spicy. I like
And
it.
like I would.
Lots of leather, you know.
I don't know if I wouldn't put like a Ducati guy as like a leather wearing guy. I feel like he's like a cool guy that like takes the motorcycle to work when he doesn't need to.
I'm just having flashbacks to the Bugatti.
I would say green flag all the way if he's driving like a hot Ducati.
Hot Ducati here.
Take me for a ride anytime, honey.
Always on a trip. Like they're always traveling. Like they're in
the dude that's like a jet setter for no reason at all.
Yeah.
So weird.
I think that's a red flag. Like if you're going for work, what do you think?
Oh, well, okay. My thing is guys.
Let's hear your opinion.
And guys don't know this. Like, okay, dudes don't know that. Like, we want to know that you're going to be home on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Like, we want to know
unless you're like traveling for a reason.
Right. Well, like, we want to know that you're going to be home on a Tuesday night so that, like, if we want to do something that, like, you're a normal dude that'll be like, yeah, we can hit a brewery on, like, a Wednesday or something. Sure. But guys that are like, oh, no, like, every Wednesday I fly to Miami. Why?
Why are you going to
Why are
Miami
you going
every
to Miami
Wednesday?
every
Like,
week? That's
I
weird.
kind of just think, like, the people, like, the always on a trip people, like, what are you chasing? Like, why is your normal life, like, not so great that you need to be, like, traveling and taking solo trips to find your soul? But, like,
straight facts.
I will say, like, one thing I do know a girl, like, she spent, like, 6 months. She traveled the world and she did, like, find herself, like, totally.
That's, like, an in-depth trip, though. Like, that's your purpose.
Yeah, she, like, traveled the
That's
world.
so
she had
different.
no work. She just did that.
And
like,
we
that was her
celebrate
thing.
that. Like,
And it
that's
was
an
awesome.
achievement. That's incredible.
She did the coolest things. It was really, really cool. But, like, the always on a trip thing, I think it's so weird.
I kind of think it's weird, too. And boys, if you want to, like, impress her, like, specify that it's, like, a work trip and that, like, you'll be home in
Work
a
trips
week.
are hot.
Yeah, they kind
Like,
of
what are you doing for work and can I come?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of my vibe. I'm like, okay.
It gives her a chance to miss you. Like, it's kind of, like, cute.
Does this mean I can quit my job and come? Just kidding.
Okay. My last one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Only Snapchats.
Like, do they ask for your number, though?
So I don't know about that. I don't think they text you. I don't think they call you. Like, if this dude is going to call you to, like, meet up, like, in the bar, like, maybe you're meeting up with your friends and he's meeting up with his friends, but you're trying to meet up each other, he's going to snap call you. He only Snapchats.
Red flag.
I kind of think red flag, too. It's different. Like, okay.
It's like you want to give it a green flag because he's only doing it over Snap and you obviously like him because you're letting it go.
And you want to be into it.
You're letting it go. So I want to say green flag, but, like, bottom line, it's a red flag.
Because, like, what does that say about him? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, okay, my take on this is, like, I did not probably send, like, one text message in college. Like, I was not a texter.
You were a snapper. I remember thinking it was weird.
I literally, because that was what, like, college was back then. Like,
It was
you
a
just,
different time.
yeah, like, like, texting was like an email. Like, you did not send it. Like, it was, like, Snap only. Like, that's how you would meet up with friends. That's how you would do everything. And so when I got a boyfriend in college, I only snapped. Like, we would only Snap message. And, like, we did it for a couple years. So, like, I think it's okay. Like, I think you can do it.
I think it's
but,
okay
like,
and it can work.
grown, it's a little weird.
It's just different. Like,
I would say it's a red flag.
I just think it just poses the question, like, why are we doing this over Snap and why not over
Plus,
text?
guys, it'll really impress her if you, like, snap her and text her at the same time. Just
Or if
shows
you're just like,
into it.
hey, let me text you. This Snapchatting is weird.
Yeah.
Then it's fine. Like, Snap has its purposes and it's not communication.
And girls love it when you are the one to bring it to text.
100%. You want to impress her, bring it to text.
Okay, do you have another one, Jules?
Yeah. The overly religious. Any religion. Not overly. I added the verbiage overly, but, like, super religious.
Are we sticking with overly? Okay.
I think
so,
super
like,
religious,
really
because otherwise,
religious.
like, normal religious is fine. But, like, if they're
Right.
like super
It's
religious,
celebrated. Like, I personally, like, religion on a personal level for me, it's kind of important.
Oh yeah,
like,
I love
that's
it.
kind of important.
I'm
to
here for that.
dating. Like, I really enjoy if I'm dating someone and they're on the same page religiously as I am. Total plus.
Makes it easier. Total plus, 100%.
But if someone is like, it's all I do, it's like my whole life,
Or they're like,
then that's like a little
it's
weird.
one thing if they're super religious, but they're not telling everyone on their
So
social
just
media.
to be clear, this is a guy that is, or a chick that is not just going to church on Sunday, and maybe they're going on a weekday when it's appropriate, when it's like Lent or something, but they're doing it like more than that. Lay this out for us.
Or they are doing that every week, but letting you know, and then, like, maybe posting like a religious caption, or like,
or always hanging out with their Bible study group.
well, yeah, I mean, that can be kind of normal if your
I mean,
Bible
that's kinda
study
fun.
group is cool. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I've been in some, like, cool, like, Bible study groups, but, like, I mean, I didn't story it overly. They're, like, overly doing it. It's like,
God, like they're over, like they're posting about it. They're
like
doing this,
everything
doing that.
has to do with a religion.
All their choices, everything.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really, like,
Did I bring it to choice? I don't know.
I don't know, but, like, they're posting about the religion in their captions a lot.
I think the bottom line for this, it turns into a red flag when it overcomes her personality.
I just think,
right? I mean,
if you're doing it more than the average amount, it's too much.
Agreed.
Like, I mean, you can be, I don't mind. Like, I love it when people are privately super religious. Do your
and
thing.
Confident in like their religious
but like,
relationship.
I think if you're putting it out there so much, what are you like, what's going on?
Right. Like, yeah.
It's just like the traveling thing. What are you running from?
Exactly.
I think we digressed that one a little much, but sorry. I didn't really have.
So let's talk some sports.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I've got boxing for you guys today.
Boom, boom.
I know, I'm excited. Okay, the fight with Yindris Rodriguez Valdez at the Armory, yes, in downtown Minneapolis.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
Yeah, it's really big. Lasted all of, are you ready? Are you ready? Let me get a drum roll for this. 65 seconds. Crazy. He is so talented. So it lasted 65 seconds before a vicious uppercut that ended it. Apparently, a few months later, the young boxer Yindris, if I'm saying it right, went back to work. And
Yindris.
That's his name.
Yen, not Git. Whatever.
Oh, Yen. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Dropping Quinton Rankin to claim his victim. Both fights were designed to build confidence, which I love, and they did exactly that. And so the fight then last summer, are you ready for, he fought Mario Abel Cazares, and it lasted 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So he got even better. I can't tell you that. However, his manager explained that he is right up there with some of the best fighters in the world today. That's a huge compliment, especially someone that is fighting at the Armory, keeping it local, guys.
Totally. I think isn't he fighting someone this weekend?
I think he is. And the manager also says we just haven't seen much of him in his professional career because his fights don't last very long. He doesn't let them last very long.
Woo.
Mic drop on that. That is so huge. So my take, if you want my take on this one, and I love boxing. I am the person that like, I love boxing. I love professional wrestling. It's got like a weird, really big part of my heart. I don't know why. It just really does. I love it. My take on this is I personally love it. And I love boxing. And there's nothing better than a quick win.
Heck yeah.
Nothing better.
All right. So the Boston Celtics head into the playoffs with the Golden State Warriors, with Stephen Curry projected to be the league's MVP.
What?
So it's not confirmed, but if you're gambling, there's a hot take there. So I'd gamble in on Stephen Curry being the league's MVP.
Take your bets now.
Yeah, I read it in quite a few spots. So that's kind of what I have. I've got a lot of quick facts here.
I love that research.
I'm just keeping it quick.
Okay, so my next one is the Timberwolves' new basketball boss presented a laid-back, unassuming, anti-braggadocious, I love that word, tone at his public introduction by suggesting he hopes to play a small role, air quotes, in the operation.
What is a small role?
And that he's coming here not to, okay, this is my favorite, in air quotes, not to mess it up. Not to mess it up. I'm literally doing live air quotes.
I love it. I love it.
And
those of us watching will see it.
Yeah. And he's got some big decisions. He has some big decisions involving Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. And we'll see what he does with those decisions. My take on this is I just hope he steers the Wolves in the right direction. That's all I have to say about this. And he hopes he makes the right decisions.
Steer him, baby.
Because Karl Anthony Towns is
K-A-T
keeping our team alive.
Okay. So, coming up in hockey, we have the Colorado Avalanche up against Edmonton Oilers.
Ooh.
And then we have Tampa Bay Lightning versus the New York Rangers, Jenna. Who do you think will win each to be in the championship rounds?
I'm a big Rangers fan, so I think
Rangers, and then between the Oilers and the Avalanche, who do you think will be the winner of that battle?
I want to pick Oilers, but I think it's going to be the Avalanche.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like divided on that one.
You know, I think McDavid's really strong, but I do think the Avalanche will pull through. For some reason, my gut just tells me that, and I think it'll be Tampa Bay. But that's just like my gut feeling, my like desire. I kind of feel like the Oilers would be cool to beat the Avalanche.
It would, but I just don't think it's gonna
like,
happen. But yeah,
I kind of feel like the Rangers to beat the Tampa Bay, because I feel like everyone just thinks Tampa Bay will beat the Rangers, because no one really
the Rangers
thought
are gonna beat them.
No one really thought the Rangers would be here, but like I feel like everyone's running on adrenaline, so I wish it would be the Oilers versus the Rangers, but I think
that would be such a matchup.
I think it'll be the Avalanche versus Tampa Bay.
Agreed.
All right. Okay. Into interesting news.
Ooh, I love interesting news.
So France's Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin claims that 70% of the tickets presented at the Stade de France in St. Denis were fake. He told that at a news conference on Monday that the root cause of the chaos was roughly 30,000 to 40,000 English fans bearing counterfeit tickets or new tickets who jammed the entrances. According to official numbers, it was actually 2,589.
Oh my gosh,
fake
that's huge.
Tickets. I know,
fake?
but
those were just the fake ones.
But that's better than 30 to 40,000.
That's
ones.
true.
To be exact. So the best though, my favorite was the Francis. So basically France is like, oh, it's these English fans and their fake tickets.
English,
making
crazy
this
people.
So, wild. My favorite is his dramatic phrase. It's evident that this celebration of sport was ruined.
It's evident.
Aren't the French just so dramatic? Like, I'm just picturing him being like, it was ruined because of the Liverpool English.
It was ruined. They are. They're never like,
don't worry.
Just be chill.
The soccer game went on. It was fine.
It went on.
It was fine.
The game went on.
The game went on. Despite the not 30,000 to 40,000 counterfeit tickets.
Despite the fake news.
The fake news. Fake tickets.
Fake tickets.
Fake tickets. All right, that's what I have because I thought it was funny.
Oh, do you hear some popping?
I think I hear some popping. Is that popcorn? Because we're
popping. Pop pop.
A fresh pop out the kitchen. What was that song?
We can't do that anymore.
Okay.
It's R. Kelly.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's a good song though. But
that.
it's a good song though. Let's pop it. Let's pop that culture wide open. Okay. I'm going to start us off with LeBron James. I'm a big LeBron fan.
You are?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, wait,
you love LeBron James? I don't know.
Yes.
I kind of feel like I don't love him. It's an unhot take.
Should I not love it?
No, you should love him.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just
no. You're fine. I didn't know if there was
my unsolicited.
I didn't know
opinion.
if there was like news that I needed to know. Okay.
No, nothing major. Just a personal opinion.
Well, this is some news that everyone should know.
LBJ.
LeBron James just became the first active NBA player to have not one, not two, not three, but 9 zeros in his net worth.
Jeez.
The Lakers superstar is officially a billionaire.
See, it's an unhot take.
Exactly. The 37-year-old four-time champ reached the milestone after making a whopping $121.2 million in 2022, according to Forbes.
Jeepers.
Joining other people that we love, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, is the only other hoopers to rake in that kind of dough.
Sounds poor.
You know what? I'm happy for him. Like, good for him.
Good
He's
work,
getting that recognition.
honestly.
Join that billion club, babe.
Maybe I should like him more. Okay, speaking of...
What are we speaking of?
Okay, you've got to tell me your next one because I literally only have one and it's the trial.
Oh, big news. Okay, I'll shoot with my next one.
Yeah. And then we'll just both go into my next one.
Let's do it. So my next one is the best news, like quite literally
It's
best news of the week.
entertaining.
Heidi Montag is officially expecting her second child with Spencer Pratt, and we could not be happier about this news.
Okay. Also, if you guys are unaware, Heidi Montag and Spencer have like made a 180
They're
from where
so healthy now.
You probably remember them on the hills. Oh my gosh, I forgot to research this and tell you. I just overheard it. The Hills is doing a whole new reunion show, like of the actual Hills, like no Elsie, no Heidi, new young kids in the Hills. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this.
Yes, this is incredible.
It's going to be incredible. I'm so stoked.
Okay, my real question on this, why is it
another
taking so
Laguna
long?
Beach. Yeah.
Oh, and do another Laguna Beach.
I know,
yeah.
right? Like, if we're going to have the hills, let's have some, like, Laguna Beach.
Let's do some Laguna. Okay.
Right. Okay, so sorry. But if you are unaware, Heidi and Spencer, Spidey are great.
So healthy now.
Super healthy. Lots of therapy. They're great.
So the former Hill star and her husband Spencer Pratt announced on Wednesday they're expecting their second child together.
Yay.
Yes, Heidi is 35 and Spencer is 38, and they're already parents of one child who's 4 years old, Gunnar. And
they love Gunnar.
They do, and they're great parents to him. So the new baby is due in December, and Heidi speaks on this, and her direct quote is, she explains that she just felt like something was missing. She said, I felt like a person was missing from our family, that I had this intense love and I kept praying about it. And she shared that she wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. And so it's a huge blessing. And I'm so happy for them.
I'm super happy for them. They've been actually trying for this since they filmed
so long.
the Hills
yes.
revamp. What was
we
that
are
called?
Big Hills
New
fans.
Beginnings.
New Beginnings.
If you haven't watched that, watch that. It's got the old cast.
Find it, you guys.
Justin
It's so
Bobby,
good.
the whole gang.
I love a Justin Bobby moment.
I mean, like, who doesn't? Speaking of Justin Bobby, we've got Johnny Depp.
Oh my gosh, let's dive in.
Okay, so Johnny Depp
talk about
won
layers.
the defamation case against his ex-wife Amber Heard. So this has been going on for kind of a while. We've mentioned it a few times.
I also want to say too, I was like a big Amber Heard fan before.
Me
this.
too. Okay,
so I'm going through like a lot of like mourning on this.
So I think you're not alone.
Good.
I have this I'm just going to go over the case real quick, the winnings, and then
Good.
we'll
I'm
talk
so like
about
uninformed about it.
Okay. So Johnny Depp won the case against his ex-wife Amber Heard on Wednesday. Cheers. Well, not really cheers. Okay.
We're happy that he won, right? I mean,
No, because he like beat her 12 times. That was confirmed.
my gosh. Okay, like I said, I'm uninformed.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, we're going to start over because I kind of screwed that up anyway. Okay. Johnny Depp won his defamation case against ex-wife Amber Heard. On Wednesday, the jury awarded him $15 million in damages. Depp was awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages in his defamation suit. The jury also awarded Heard $2 million in compensatory damages.
So
the jury
technically got more, right?
No, he got 10 and 5, which is 15. She got 2. The jury in Fairfax, Virginia, began deliberating Friday. Depp sued Amber Heard for $50 million. So
wow,
he got $65 million total. After she wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post in 2018 in which she called herself a public figure representing domestic abuse. Heard countersued Depp for $100 million. So she lost the countersue for $100 million. He won the sue for $50 million. Got an extra $15 million. She only got $2 million. And Heard plans to appeal the case. So the drama happens because the Me Too movement supporters of the Me Too movement are really upset that they have not had a single say in this whole process because there were 12 confirmed.
Which is fair.
It's totally fair.
Totally fair.
There were 12 confirmed cases of abuse against Amber on Depp's behalf. He still won the case.
How?
Because I think that the case is specific to the defamation. So this is his second defamation case. So he had a case in the UK in 2018 in which he lost, which was only for $10 million. And this one he won, which was for $50 million. And so she's going to appeal the case. I think she might win the appeal. But so technically she did defamate his name.
Okay.
Which is how he won the case. However,
so now she just has to get him on the accounts of abuse.
Correct. But I don't know how the appeal works for them. Anyways, it's really intense.
This is intense.
And so now you understand why everyone's upset. Like, where has the Me Too movement been? Because all of these people who are victims of sexual and physical and mental abuse are afraid to stand up because they're like, I don't want to lose a case because they can just sue me for defamation of their name. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Isn't that? That's my take. That's what I'm thinking is going on right now.
Well, and I think the issue with that, though, is someone has to be a public figure. Like, they have to be of somewhat notoriety for that.
Totally. So that's why, like, a lot of times The Me Too
And I
movement.
think the key in this is like, if you're in that situation, don't like post, don't speak, don't.
Well, but the Me Too movement was really in support of the victims during the like Harry Weinstein and the Bill Crosby. And so I think they're like, why aren't you standing up for Amber Heard now?
Oh, true.
Because they've been silent.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard anything from the Me Too movement.
We really haven't. And this is like their time to come in for sure.
Exactly. So I think everyone's kind of losing faith and they're like,
I think that's honestly the juicier thing than any of this like celeb gossip stuff that everybody's been focusing on.
Yeah, who cares about the case winnings? It's like, what about other victims of abuse?
Hot take, you guys. It's always what they're trying to cover up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's kind of all I have is the juiciness of that.
It is
So
juicy.
I'm kind of intrigued to see how the appeal goes. So if she wins the appeal, she'll get $100 million. She didn't speak to the USA Today. Her lawyer did. They were both supposed to speak, but after the loss, Amber didn't.
Good move on her part.
I would be emotional as heck. I don't know about you.
Distraught AF.
Okay, so I also have one other thing.
What's your next thing?
So after 2 years, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down as senior working royals. The couple's back in the United Kingdom in honor of Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee. Okay, so what is a Platinum Jubilee?
I've been wondering that this whole time. I have no idea.
It is the celebration
Let's get cultured.
of Queen Elizabeth II's 70th reign on the British throne.
Beautiful.
It's above all a tribute to one of her great acts of constancy. Her reign has spanned virtually the entire post-World War II era, making her a witness of cultural upheavals from the Beatles to Brexit, technological advances from wireless radio to Zoom, political leaders from Winston Churchill to Boris Johnson. You name it, Queen Elizabeth II has seen it.
She has reigned over all.
But basically, the Platinum Jubilee is a celebration of her 70th year as a reigning royal. Isn't that unreal? 70 years on a throne.
Good for her. That's
Good
incredible.
for her. Queen Elizabeth II's incredible. Perhaps, like, I don't know if there's, like, a living person who's probably met more famous people than she has.
I know, right? I have no idea.
I feel like everyone's like, well, she's met the Queen Elizabeth.
She's met them all.
Right? She's the one with the corgis, right?
Yes. And I love it. I'm here for all the corgis.
So she ascended to the throne at age 25 in 1952.
Fabulous. Oh my gosh, and she's still with us. It's so incredible. What a
years,
celebration.
2022, baby.
Beautiful. Are we ready for some underrated, overrated?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's roll with it. My first one, McDonald's French fries.
Ooh, underrated. Doused in ketchup. So good.
I had some today. I agree.
They're
Underrated.
incredible. I'm just like, And like, can we talk about McDonald's ketchup? I feel like it's better.
It's really good.
It's so good.
Yes.
My favorite was like kids meals when you fill the whole top of the chicken nuggets.
You were big on that. Yeah.
With ketchup. Okay, so are you a chicken nuggets or a cheeseburger kids meal person?
I'm chicken nuggets and I do ranch.
Oh, I'm chicken nuggets and I do ketchup always. Okay, my next one or my first one, cauliflower rice.
No go for me, but I know you like it.
I think it's overrated.
I would say overrated just because like I'm a brown rice girl.
Oh, you like brown rice? Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. We can all have our own opinions.
I don't like brown rice, but I like cauliflower rice.
We're so different.
I think
love
it's
it.
underrated. I like it.
Okay. Tell us why.
And I like that it's a little bit
It's a little different.
It's a little watery. Like in that it like soaks up, I feel like, a lot of stuff. Does that make sense? Like whatever you have the cauliflower rice in, like usually I get it in the tuna poke bowl at Maynard's or like some sort of tuna poke bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like it soaks up everything really nicely and I kind of like it. And it's got the same texture as rice, so I like it.
My next one, celebrity divorce trials.
Overrated.
I agree. Like I kind of honestly, without the Me Too thing, I don't know why we would even care about the whole Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. But because now it's like I know why it's important.
It's like weird. It's like
it is,
and it's
weird.
Also like, why are we not talking about this? This is like second one. Like, what is he doing wrong?
Like, what did he do the first time? Okay,
like, whatever. Okay, American Idol or like those kinds of shows.
Okay, I love those, and
really?
you never watch them with me.
Because I think they're so dumb.
I love them. I think it's so nice.
I think they're overrated.
I think underrated because I think it gives people like a way to pursue their dreams.
Totally.
That like is something that most people don't have the opportunity to do.
Okay,
and I'm
fair.
here for it. Like I think
Fair.
it's a really inspirational thing for us to use television for.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds so good. But I think they're overrated. I don't know. I just think they're like kind of boring. Whatever.
Okay, so my last one, flip flop slides.
Okay, can you like describe to me what is a flip flop slide? Like flip flops,
like slides.
but then do they have like the between the toe thing?
No, that's
Just regular slides.
So flip flop slides have like the band.
yeah, so there's slides.
Yeah,
Underrated. I love slides
Me
because you can
too.
wear socks with them.
just slide them on.
Yeah,
Underrated for me.
socks or no socks, I love them. Okay, the monarchy.
Overrated because it's toxic AF.
Yeah, well said.
So toxic.
Mic drop.
Poor Diana. We love her the most.
That's all I have. I don't really have anything else.
Yeah.
This
This has been real.
rate, comment, review, subscribe.
Love you guys. See you next week.
See you next week.